Hello and welcome to City 7 News. Here are the headlines at this hour. Schools to be evaluated for efficiency in Abu Dhabi. Thousands risk identity theft to get ID cards. And illegal subletting continues to occur in Dubai. Schools in Abu Dhabi will be evaluated for efficiency as the education watchdog rolls out an auditing system. This will link use of cash and other resources to pupil accomplishment. The Abu Dhabi Education Council said that state schools will be evaluated through a scientific process that will measure how they use the budget and resources to educate students. Factors such as the cost of facilities, teacher-student ratio and teacher workload will be connected to measurements that include grades, test scores and parental satisfaction. The containment analysis system was developed by ADEC as part of a 10-year strategy to inspect the level of performance of each school and improve learning. The UAE telephone service provider Etihad has again warned its customers not to respond to any suspicious calls, claiming that the customer has won a big cash prize from Etihad. Etihad will be taking immediate steps to follow up on these calls and have cautioned customers against becoming victims of scams. They're urging customers to take action by reporting these hoax calls to the nearest police station or online at www.etihad.ae/feedback or by calling the fixed line 101. The amount of electronic junk in the country is seeing a steady rise, according to industry and environment experts. With the high turnover and shorter lifespan for electronic products, UAE residents are being encouraged to take the pledge of going green and becoming environmentally responsible with the campaign Pass It On.
Pass It On is the latest initiative from the private sector that aims to benefit everyone and the environment through reducing, reusing, and recycling of electronic products. According to campaign organizers, they are encouraging UAE residents to take the pledge to share and dispose of old and unwanted electronic items properly.
If you do not use it, please pass it on. And we would like to increase the life of the product by donating it to people, the underprivileged or people who cannot afford it. We started this campaign around 5 months ago where we started the initiatives at our showrooms where consumers could come and leave their mobile phones or have their telephone numbers left with us. And if there are any bulky items like a CRT or a printer, we would pick them up from their house and use them in a manner which is best suitable for the disposal, either by reuse or probably discarding them.
The campaign will be carried onwards to 2011. A series of activities will be conducted to further spread awareness in various sectors across the country. The green community is among those that embraced the idea.
They will start to collect those appliances and electronic devices here in the community mall, the market mall, which is really dedicated for the community. In the community that we have so many areas for the recycling, not only for the electronics and other, like for the paper, for the glasses, for the metal and stuff like that.
Many residents pledged on the first day to forward their junk, and many more are expected to follow.
I have, maybe around 3 mobile phones and a laptop. And I don't know, maybe if I check, I could find out something from chargers, stuff like that. It's a great idea because A, it is no use for me right now, and B, if it's not working or it can be recycled. It's nothing like it because it saves the environment, and also if it's working, it gives a use to somebody else who can make good use of it.
Meanwhile, Emirates Environmental Group commended Eros and encourages everyone to do the same.
I hope that it does not become a wow event that we should be celebrating, that it becomes a normal norm, that this is what people should be doing it. And I hope not in the future that I don't have the time to see. I hope in my lifetime that I see all the private sector doing that when we walk through the malls, we find every supplier, every producer, every retailer with a specific product having a facility of take-back.
Old mobile phones, chargers, and printers are just some of the many electronic items often kept away in drawers or discarded improperly, hence ending up in landfills and posing a serious threat to the environment and our well-being. Through Pass It On, it is hoped that electronic waste will be significantly reduced for an environmentally sound UAE. Khadija Sali, City 7 News.
Thousands of residents are risking identity theft to beat the Emirates ID card deadline. To complete the pre-registration process before December 31st, thousands have deposited their passports at typing centres, putting them at risk of being lost or misused. Serpentine queues and long hours of waiting at the typing centres have resulted in many residents choosing to leave their passports there. However, senior officials have warned the public against doing so. The chaos began after Ida reminded residents that a federal law stipulating December the 31st as the deadline for expatriates to register is still valid. The pre-registration process involves the scanning of original passports and uploading them into Ida's server. According to typing centres, the registration process takes 30 minutes and potentially longer due to the volume of registrations taking place simultaneously. Illegal subletting in some of Dubai's swankiest areas is on the rise, but still remains underground. An investigation has revealed that subletting is going on in areas like Jumeirah Beach Residence and the Marina. It's been discovered that people are making a living off the trend, leaving a paperless trail right under the radar of authorities. The rules regarding subletting in Dubai remain unknown by many, and there are few guidelines governing the increasingly common practice that rarely involves written contracts. Authorities said subletting can only legally occur if the owner approves, but most tenancy contracts include a clause forbidding it. 3 British expats in Dubai Marina Tower were caught unaware in the middle of a subletting ring this year. The tenants said they thought they were renting the apartment from the owner until the real owner knocked on their door. The mobile parking service continues to haunt motorists with its frequent breakdowns. People are forced to use alternate modes of payment to park in the paid parking zones in Dubai. The M-Parking service allows motorists to pay to park by SMS through their mobile phones, but the service often fails, resulting in many motorists being fined by parking inspectors. There have been several complaints of malfunction or failure of the RTA's M-Parking system in the last month.
I use it every day actually, and most of the time it's fine. There are occasional times when you send a text message and you don't get confirmation, and it sort of slips your mind when you come back downstairs, you've got a ticket on your car. The RTA doesn't really do much about it, to be honest. You give them a call and they say, if you didn't get a confirmation text, then it means, it obviously didn't go through.
When it first started, it worked fine, but the past couple of times, every time I send, I always get the same response that I no longer have any credits, which is strange because I have a postpaid line. So I don't know if the problem is with the service provider, Etihad or RTA. It's just confusing at the moment who's actually responsible for what part of the M-Parking system.
Coming up later in the show, top international music star heading to Dubai for the first time. But up next, Laura Buckwell has the day's business news. Stay tuned.